Well, it is the first Monday in the month of March, which is the third month in the year 2020. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM. This is the Flow of God's own state. It is the pinnacle of all discussions where we take a look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria. Well, the program comes up every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday right here on Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael Oni. Now, this morning we have our eyes fixed on what will transpire at the Supreme Court today in Abuja as the court hears Emeka Hiedioha's application for a review of the January 14 judgment that removed him from office. Hiedioha, through his legal team led by Kanu Agabi, are at the Supreme Court presently to seek a reversal of the order which returned Hope Uzodinma as the duly elected governor of Imo State, which I'll be reaching out to a colleague who is on ground there in Abuja to have a feel of what is happening at the court premises. But on the flip side, this morning, we are very much at home with the developments within the PDP family, where the party has zoned the state chairmanship to Abia South Senatorial Zone. Our guest on the platform this morning is the acting publicity secretary of PDP. Our guest this morning is the publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Abia State, Chief Mrs. Love Ezema, FCIPM MIN. It's glad to have you this morning on the program, madam.
Thank you very much.
All right, I hope I'm very correct with your name.
Yes, my name is Ezema, FCIPM MNI.
Okay, it's your first time in the studios of Flow 94.9 FM. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
A whole lot is happening in your party, and I'm sure you will like to, you will want the people in Abia State to know what is happening as far as party politics is concerned in your party. So many decisions are made, especially over the weekend when elected leaders of your party and major stakeholders led by Abia State Governor Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu resolved to cede the state chairmanship of the party to Abia South Senatorial District. That must have been a very huge decision. Taking a look at the Abia Charter of Equity, taking a look at Abia North Senatorial District, coming out to say, well, the power should rotate to our zone. What do you have to say about this coming up at this particular point in time?
Well, I want to thank His Excellency, the indefatigable Governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu. This is a very peaceful and a wonderful gift from God.
Okay.
You see, we had the caucus yesterday, and the leaders, the elected leaders of the party, major stakeholders, led by His Excellency, were at the caucus meeting.
Okay.
We had all the distinguished senators, and we also had former excellencies in attendance. We had the principal officers from the State House of Assembly, ably led by the Speaker of the House,
okay,
Right Honorable Chinedum Oji, and our daddy, T.A. Oji, Senator T.A. Oji was in attendance too. So we had a lot of cream la cream that matters in the state in attendance at that caucus meeting. And it was a very wonderful, peaceful caucus meeting.
Okay.
The caucus meeting had earlier met, and there was a resolution that a state congress committee be set up. And His Excellency, the Governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, set up the committee. That committee is led by Reverend Benson Ezim.
Okay. And
I am the secretary of that committee. And then we had Ndidi Okereke, Esiaba Iwezo, and Chief Allen Nwachukwu as members of the committee. The onus was placed on us to go in and come up with a formula that will make PDP greater in the state. And the the committee resolved that we cannot walk on the frolic of our own. We need to, do a lot of wide range consultation, which was what we did. And when we did that, we were able to make sure that the stakeholders, all the major stakeholders, were contacted, and we knew what their mindset was. And so we came back at the committee level, and then we looked at the history of Abia State PDP right from inception, the people that have chaired the party, and we discovered that about 3 persons have been chairman of the party from the Abia North. And we had about 4 persons who have chaired the party from Abia Central. There was no Abia South in all of this. And so the committee, with the consultation of the major stakeholders, came up with the fact that it will only be right, given the fact that we are talking about equity, and equity is all about fair play, that we cede this particular position of the chairmanship of the party to Abia South. And that was exactly the resolution of the committee, which was brought to the caucus meeting yesterday and was adopted by every leader. In fact, everybody there was applause for the committee for a job well done.
But as it stands, it looks like everything seems to be pointing towards 2023 by the zoning arrangement. It appears the Abia South has been ruled out of the race. If we take a look at what happens here, there is a particular document that guides, you will agree with me, Abia Charter of Equity, that guides zoning arrangement here in Abia State. And as it stands, Abia North Senatorial District came out and said, well, it is our turn to be in charge of affairs of Abia State in 2023. But if the chairmanship position of the People's Democratic Party is coming from Abia South Senatorial District, it looks like Abia South has been ruled out of the race.
Well, politics is not something that you just say that a particular set is ruled out. For the time we are in now, we are talking about the congresses. And it is after the congresses when you see 2023 is still very far. So what we are doing at the moment is to concentrate and have a hinge-free congresses. So by the time we have that, put the elected officers in place, then by 2023 we will talk about who becomes the governor or not.
So does it mean that if the chairmanship position of your party comes from Abia South, the governorship position can also come from Abia South?
That is not what I'm saying.
That
is not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is that what we are talking about now is the congresses. And it is only the congresses that we can talk about now. Let us put the rightful people at the right positions and get everything peacefully done. And then by 2023, we will also get there.
What plans does the People's Democratic Party in Abia State have to ensure a successful Congress?
We resolved. We also recommended. And by the way, before I go on, there was an addendum at the last NEC meeting concerning women participation in positions. And the committee looked at that, and we made sure we put it in our recommendation that 35% of the positions at the ward level, at the local government level, at the state level should be ceded to women. And that was also adopted yesterday.
Which is a way forward compared to what we had in the last general election. PDP in Abia State had no
PDP at the national level and the state level has come to realize the importance of women during election period. And we have decided to make sure that women are involved in the decision making of the party.
You're also a woman, so
yes,
you're
of course,
representing the women folk in the
but
PDP.
that is the truth. That is the truth.
Okay.
You know, we have to do the needful, and the party is geared doing the needful, and they are already on course with the addendum that they have at the next meeting.
Okay. So I understand that the next state chairman should also emerge from Ukwa area of the district. That's Abia South Senatorial District. One of those things. How did you come about that? Ukwa axis of Abia South Senatorial District.
Well, there has been a lot of agitation. We've had series of agitation from Ukwa block, stating that they have never had the opportunity to serve at that exalted position of the chairman.
Okay.
And also other PDP stakeholders in the state have also been agitating and talking about it. So, and when the committee met, we had to consult with all of these people so that we will be on the same page in our decision. So when we consulted and we saw that the mindset of the people is geared towards making it go to Abia South and the Okwa block, so we had to recommend that.
Okay, the Congress should have been held before now. We understand that your party suspended the sale of Congress forms just before now, and some feelers, some pundits are saying that there might be cracks in the People's Democratic Party in Abia State.
The way the leader of the party in the state is going with all of these things, I think we are not going to have any problem.
Okay.
What happened is that they talked about the form. They brought the form, yes, but we were trying to get things done properly before the sale of form. We cannot just come in and start selling forms, and then at the end of the day people feel aggrieved. That will even cause more crack in the system than we trying to make sure that things are harmonized in a very beautiful way and then sell the forms.
Okay. Well, you're still very much live on Flow 94.9 FM if you're listening to your radio set. This is a part of our morning show. We call it Morning Spice. And this is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, where we take a look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state, Abia State. This wonderful morning, we're talking about party politics here in Abia State, People's Democratic Party, and of course the state Congress coming up soon, and of course which will start at the ward level. But we have our eyes fixed on what would transpire at the Supreme Court today in Abuja as the court hears Emeka Ihedioha's application for a review. But what we are getting now, that's a breaking news from Abuja. We understand that the Supreme Court has adjourned until March, that's tomorrow, the 3rd of March 2020. That will be on Tuesday, for the ruling on the review of Imo State governorship case. We shall be reaching out to our correspondent soon in Abuja to have an idea of exactly what happened, why the judgment, the review, the decision on the review will be taken tomorrow. But let's continue our conversation this morning with the publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party here in Abia State, Chief Mrs. Love Ezema, FCIP, M, and MNI. Now, how were the delegates? How the delegates will be selected? I want you to break it down. How you will go about the congresses and how the delegates will be selected.
Well, the delegates will be selected, according to the ESCO members of the party, and then the 3-man delegates and major stakeholders. Those are the delegates to the congresses.
Okay. So there is I really like to put you on the spot this morning, madam. There is this allegation coming up now that from a member of the opposition party that during the last general election, your candidate, Dr. who is now the incumbent governor of the state, Dr. Victor Okezie Ikpeazu, bought, it's an allegation, bought forms, party forms for some members of the All Progressives Congress in Abia State. About 8 of them, especially the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Uchechukwu Samson Oga, who is now a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How do you want to react to that as the spokesperson, publicity secretary of your party?
Thank you very much. I thank God that you made mention that it was an allegation. And I want to say here that there was nothing like that. Our dear governor, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, has nothing to do with any other party except PDP. Okay. He is a core PDP man, and he is poised to making sure that there is peace in the party. We have no business with we have no business looking at any other party. Not to talk of coming to buy form. Why would he buy form for another aspirant? Why would he do that? I mean, some of these allegations, we should also use our own initiative to know that most of them are all packed up with lies, unfounded lies.
Okay.
So that.
All right, it is still the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Well, we're reaching out to this day correspondent all the way from Abuja, who is present at the Supreme Court venue where the review is ongoing. Basil Okafor is very much live joining us this morning on the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. Good morning to you, Basil. Hello, Basil. Basil, if you can hear me, good morning to you. You're live.
Okay, yes, okay, morning.
Good morning to you. My name is Michael. Am I speaking with Basil Okafor?
Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. I understand that there is a breaking news coming from the Supreme Court venue there, the venue for the decision that should have been taken today by the judges there to review the application of Emeka Ihedioha on the Supreme Court judgment. Can you take us through what happened there today?
Yes, the matter came up today because the matter when it came up last time, it was adjourned till today.
Okay.
So because to enable the applicant council, that is the council representing the former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, represented by Kano Agabi. He pleaded last time that he needed time to respond to some of the court, to some of the processes the respondent served to him. So the matter, adjourned it today again. It came up, and when the matter was, called, the council to Ihedioha also, mentioned the same reason that he was served the first application from, council representing the governor, and they served him in the court, in the open court this morning. So he pleaded to the panel led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tunku Muhammad, that he should be given time for him to look at the processes staff on him, to enable him respond to some of the issues raised by council representing the governor. And he was granted the request. So the matter is adjourned until tomorrow. For the panel led by CDN to look at their issues.
Okay, Basil, I want you to paint a picture of what the mood of the supporters like there at the Supreme Court premises.
Yes, inside the Supreme Court, the court was filled to the capacity, but the point is that some of the supporters that came, probably they hope that after the matter will be heard, that the judgment will also be delivered today. But they were disappointed after the matter was adjourned till tomorrow. So they all left quietly, and the mood, except the ones that came also in a similar matter, involving APC fashion in Zamfara State, where some fashion also looking for a review of the judgment earlier delivered by the Supreme Court. All the supporters of the former governor Ihedioha and the current governor, who put on them, they have all quietly left the court for now.
Okay, Basil, if you can hear me, what about the other cases talking about Zamfara? I don't know, what is the decision of the Supreme Court?
Yes, the case involving APC factions in Zamfara, the one led by the former governor Abdulaziz Yari, and the one other faction led by Senator Marafa. The matter has also been adjourned due to some issues because the applicants, that is the applicants in that case, they have not served out the respondents in the matter, and of which before the court will hear the take up the review again, all everybody in the case was served. So the issue is that some of the respondents in the case they were not served. So that stopped the hearing of the case. The matter has been adjourned March 17th. So that should be next week. They are coming back again to hear the matter. Probably the applicant will have time to serve everybody in the matter.
Okay, as it stands now, in your analysis, in your opinion, do you think that the court would rule on the matter tomorrow? Because as it stands now, it looks like it's a national issue. Many persons are waiting just to know what the Supreme Court will do about, especially Imo State case.
Yes, that is what many people, especially here, that's everybody is expecting. But the point is that it may be difficult to predict. But same by what, especially in the case of Bayelsa State that happened last week, the panel heard the matter. Immediately they heard the matter, they returned into their inner chamber, and when they came out, they delivered judgment. So we are expecting that this case will happen tomorrow, because tomorrow I believe there may not be any adjournment anymore, because even the council to Emeka Ihedioha, I believe that they want the matter to go on speedily. So probably tomorrow they will put their house in order. And I'm predicting that after hearing the matter tomorrow, the panel headed by CJN, they will come out to deliver the judgment.
Okay. Basil Okafor of This Day newspaper, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning, all the way from Abuja at the Supreme Court premises. All right, there you have Basil from Abuja. And of course, it's a breaking news. We understand that Supreme Court has adjourned until March 3rd, that's Tuesday, which is tomorrow, for the ruling on the review of Imo State governorship case. Don't forget, it's a double-headed program this morning. We're talking about party politics here as far as the People's Democratic Party is concerned in Abia State. The zoning of the chairmanship position of the party to Abia South Senatorial District, and we've been speaking with the publicity secretary of the party, talking about a woman representing the female folks in politics, talking about Chief Mrs. Love Ezenwa. She's very much in the studio. I will open the phone lines now to have a feel of what people think about the zoning of the chairmanship position of your party to Abia South Senatorial District, and also what do people think about the adjournment of the Imo State governorship case, which has been adjourned till tomorrow. That's the 3rd of March 2020. It's going to take place tomorrow, according to the court. And of course, you heard a journalist on ground there with the This Day newspaper, Basil Okafor. The numbers are 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mrs. Love.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's Alvan. I'm calling you from Bench.
Welcome, Alvan.
Yeah, when you see a group of people or an organization that is very serious in whatever they are doing, they are doing, you will know. If you look at the People's Democratic Party in Abia State, they are very, very organized, very stable. They've started very early to get their house in order, planning for their congresses, and doing wild consultations before coming to take a decision. This is a mark of, pragmatic and an organization that is very, very serious. Unlike what we are witnessing in the parties that call themselves opposition, they will always be in crisis. Beginning from the first day, they will fight. Of course, we know, we are not surprised what is happening to them, because there seems to be aeroplane politicians, people who believe in doing their own politicking in social media. But the People's Democratic Party believes in the grassroots, of course. That is the strength of the party. So we are not surprised on what is going on, because when you look at their leader, Governor Bazu, is somebody who is focused, in driving home his ambitions and.
All right, Alvan, quickly wrap up the thoughts.
A work in progress. So what we are telling them is to continue to support Governor Bazu, who is the leader, to ensure that he will continue to deliver the dividends of democracy. He probably admits neither there.
Okay, Alvan, your time is up. Thank you very much.
Move the state forward. Thank you very much, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike, and honorable member of the House.
You're welcome.
I remember Mr. Prince Oswago. Can you hear from Monaco?
Welcome, Mr. Princewell.
My brother, the continual postponement of Imo State Supreme Court judgment or the findings is quite undemocratic. Why should the governor or the leading judge of Osobodema serve them immediately in the court? Doesn't he have much time to serve the judge of Emeki Hedioha? What kind of delay tactics? Please, Imo State are looking forward to seeing that judgment being delivered tomorrow. That's my thing. May God bless you in the studio.
All right, thank you very much for your take. Good morning to you. We lost that. Don't forget, you can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Good morning, address in the house. Let me just quickly say this thing PDP did is a nice move. At least I feel for its blood, because all this are not had that we had a big position of authority PDP and the government should speak. So at least it gives the power you feel that the government the fact of how they speak. But generally this or whatever we call it does not bring development. Development has to do with the policies of the government or the government in power, having the will power to execute to the president, or having the ideology, the right ideology to carry the state along. Now I have feel of the government, okay, I'm part of the government, then at the end of the day, go back to school. But I have to commend the PDP that at least the sound of law, which have been shouting, while we in fact shouting that we are being marginalized by the federal government, but I think marginalized is a particular group of people, the Fangwa, who will say it's part of work law.
All right.
At the end of the day, nothing seems to be. So I will have to commend the PDP for the meantime at least. And I will say that you will only give the Fangwa the opportunity to become the governor. I'm not
all right, quickly wrap up your thoughts. Let's move on.
Let me just say that. Let me end it for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your contribution this morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Emeka. I'm calling you from Macaulay Street.
You're welcome, Emeka.
Thank you. I'm sorry. The Supreme Court adjournment of Ihedioha versus Uzodinma tomorrow, I think is formulated on the part of Uzodinma's lawyer laziness to serve to the lawyers of Ihedioha. It's wrong. Sometimes courts award what do you call award costs on part of lawyers who delay process. How would you be serving your fellow lawyer in the court, having been informed that today is the day when the Supreme Court has decided to hear the matter, and you're now trying to reply your lawyer today that you want him to manufacture into supernatural gods for him to be able to review what you have given to him at that particular moment. It's just a tactic employed by the mass lawyer to delay process, which is very, very wrong. Supreme Court should have awarded the cost against the lawyers of Uzodinma.
Okay. Let's just wait for Supreme Court's decision tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not talking about decision. I'm talking about awarding cost.
Okay.
There is a cost that is due to award those who have decided to delay process.
All will be decided on tomorrow. Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mikey. Oni Chukwemeka, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Did you add Chukwemeka to my name?
Yes, I added Chukwemeka to your name.
Oh, thank you.
The name I want to give to you because of what you are doing in that place.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
My name is Chief Chineye Pamugo, sir.
Welcome, Chief.
I want to start with Abia Congress that is coming.
Okay.
You see, a PDP, I love this party for one good thing. They have matured people and a matured mind. And they see future. What they're trying to do now is to tell all the Adians that Adia standard of equity must prevail. The Ngwa people will not hold governorship, even though they have the highest number of people at local government. They want to make sure that at the end of Governor Azo's tenure, the governorship seat will shift to another zone. That is exactly what they are trying to tell us. So I applaud them. I thank them the way they are going now. And let them continue like that so that there is no Judas that will enter in their midst. And in Yedoha's case, with also them, one father, one mother, we are not expecting anything more than what happened in that state. The judiciary is being, the justice, they are being careful so that they want to bring the judiciary down, because anything they do now will affect the judiciary and it will affect them in world area. So let them be careful in whatever they want to do.
All right.
I am telling you that we may not expect anything different from what happened in that case.
All
Thank
right,
you very
Chief.
much, sir.
You're welcome. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael Oni.
Good morning to you.
I added your name. It's a very big place.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good morning, Madam Joy.
Madam Love, good morning.
Madam Love, sorry. Madam
Thank
Love,
you.
good
Thank
morning.
you.
I really appreciate all that you've said. My name is Uwakwe Chidebere. I really appreciate all that you've said about the internal democracy in PDP. That is to show that the organization as a party in the state knows what they are doing and they are well informed. Looking at somebody like Governor Kezibazu, who is championing the whole thing about the party, will make you to know that the party is focused. Not like these mushroom parties in the state that after their internal issues, they will come out and accuse the party in power, which is PDP. They should try to, first of all, put their house in order. Yes, I appreciate that they have zoned the chairmanship of the party to Abia South. Is a good thing. It's a good development. That is to tell you that every member of the party in PDP are focused. And what they are doing is to make sure that the party moves forward. About Emeka Ihedioha issue, it's quite unfortunate. Any day that they give the date for that judgment, they will shift it. If they don't know what they want to say about that particular judgment, they should say anything. But they should understand very well that the figure that was allocated to Emeka, that was allocated to Hope Uzodimma, can never make a fourth man in that election to take the lead.
Let's wait for the Supreme Court to decide that tomorrow. Thank you very much for your contribution, Uwakwe Chidebere. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Ugonna from Umuahia.
You're welcome, Ugonna.
Thank you. Imo case to be decided tomorrow. The Bible says somewhere in Proverbs that expectation postponed is making the heart sick. The earlier the dispense case, the better for us all Nigerians. We can't continue on that case. One day means a lot. Yeah, if they want to do anything, let them do it fast so that we can dispense with that case and move ahead and then give Imo State peace and good governance. As for PDP in Abia State, yes, I know they are experts in party politics, but the same cannot be said about governance. Let them pop up the game in terms of governance, provide dividends of democracy, pay salaries, build roads, bridges, street lights, the good education and whatever, so that we can equate all these things. It's not about just zoning and party politics every time.
Zoning is good, and I hope I have said it there in one of the text messages I sent to you. Without zoning, the person in governance today, perhaps, wouldn't have been there. If the jettison is here now, we may cry about it in the future. Let them continue with it and make it in such a way that
all right, Ugonna, your time is up.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, hello, good morning, myself.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I am Mr. Lofton from Modified.
Okay, can you speak up, please?
Alright, I say I am Mr. Lofton from Modified.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Lostman.
Alright, the judgment between Ede and Open for the man, I think it is a very, very strong case that that we are looking at it, including that judgment they are going to. I'm still thinking whether they can still reverse the judgment so that the governorship will come back to Ede. Because if you look at it, budget know that people is taking over everywhere. I'm thinking, I'm suggesting that if they don't know what they are going to show them, that it's better for them to reverse the judgment, maybe go back to the person, the former governor, instead of them, because if you look at what they did now, it's very, very quick, and it's a very, very, and I'm thinking that including the court and the judgment are going to, including the people that are going to judge, I think they really know what's going on, and maybe as the way they're going to judge, they also should be case and this maybe they say it is not good to them. What I'm saying now is let them say the case, let them say the truth, and the truth is better to it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Love Smile. 0808-182-6949. 0811-605-2949. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
You're welcome. Good morning.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I remain excellent. I'm that great prophet from Onimo.
You're welcome.
Once again.
You're welcome.
Yes, if Supreme Court, if they want to maintain being supreme, let them do what they did in Bayelsa State. They do opposite of what they did in Bayelsa State. That makes them useless. Like,
It seems we have
all
issues with you.
Abia's affect of the GDP. You see what is happening. That is why my mentor, when I mean my mentor, I mean Father A.G.K. Membaka. That is why he recommends Enugu State Governor and Omai. These two states are PDP states. These people that always talk from the states because they are getting from the state. That is one Yoruba man that always call from Ogureri because they have been giving him money. Others are dying.
You won't cast aspersion on any of our callers, please. It's very important.
It was against the supplement of gratuity and pension. It's not like FMC now. So the PDP is the third. But all I know is that within 3 months something will happen in that case. I don't prophesy.
Okay, I will have to let you go there. But I know you want to react to what he said, that PDP has failed Abia. I'm quoting him now, according to what he said. I don't know how you want to react to that, madam.
When you want to talk about democracy, real democracy,
Okay.
you talk about PDP. It is very obvious that PDP has been leading in terms of democracy. If you look at what is happening in other parties, you know that PDP scores first in dividends of democracy and all of that. You see, a lot of people just sit down or sit back and talk. The point is that the person that is leading, the governor, is a human being, and all his works are very obvious. The infrastructural development, the educational development, everything that the governor is doing is very, very over, and it is in the public domain. I don't know why people will not sit down and see the good of real democracy, but all they are looking for is one fault or the other. And when you put them at that seat, they will not be able to do it. So I just want us to continue to support the leadership and the government of our own Dr. Okeze Ikpeazu. He has the vision. God has given him to us in Abia State, and all we need to do is to continue to pray for him, and God in his infinite mercy will see us through. That's exactly what I feel.
Let me quickly take reactions on the SMS line. This one says, thank God for the matured way PDP zoned the chairmanship in Abia, but I still want to remind them same in governorship to Abia North, as agreed. Igbo Chinedu. PDP members in Abia State are experts in politics, but the same cannot be said about governance. Zoning should please remain. Without it, those in power today may not have been there. The postponement of the Imo Appeal Court judgment is getting some people worried. Let's be done with that case ASAP. Ugunda. Good morning, Mike. Please, I want to ask Madam Love, since their Congress is coming up, what measures what measures are they taking to stop the faction cross-carpeting of its members, Professor Emeritus? The faction cross-carpeting?
With the way we are going and the plans we have on ground, and that is involving everybody, making it inclusive, and all the leaders are part and parcel of it, and they are carrying everybody along. They are going to carry everyone along, and even the women are going to be carried along. With that, I don't see any defection coming up.
Okay.
You are going to have a very hitch-free Congress.
All right, let's see if we can take more calls, 2, 3, before we wrap up things here this morning on the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Joy. Love.
Morning, Love.
Yeah, I am Coach Joy. Yes, I'm happy with the preparation CDP are doing. And what gives me more joy is that they are giving women 35% slot. Giving them more space to be able to bring women into the system. That is a very good one, and it will make everybody to be happy and belong too. So I wish them very successful progresses, and I wish them luck and peace in that PDP, because PDP is the only party that is peaceful now. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Joy, for being part of the program. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Madam Joy, good morning.
Madam Love, good morning.
Madam Love, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I thank God that Professor...
Your name, please. Your name.
Professor Mercedes.
Okay.
Thank God coming up with your Congress, and you people are being proactive, and you're trying to manage things and put your house in order. It's very, very good. But I'm kind of upset the way most of all these members, like something that happened in Imo State. I wouldn't like such things to happen in Abia State, so that people put your house in order. Because of all this carpeting of 18 politicians, how are you people going to stand this? I heard what you said, but how are you people going to stand this? How are you people going to sanction them? And that's so that these things will come to an end. It's not a good thing. Then, about Imo State, if they want to pronounce the judgment, fine. They want to pronounce the judgment, fine. All we know, God knows the best. If they like, let them run. Judgment must come out. From now to 24 hours, judgment will be out.
All right. God. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah. Okay. On the SMS line, this one says, good morning, Michael. I am calling for sanctions against Hopus Odima's lawyer for subversion of justice. Serving process to PDP in court smacks of deliberate fraud. Zoning of Abia PDP chairmanship is a welcome development. Comrade Emeka Amugo from Old Umuahia Ward. All right, many thanks for being part of the program this morning. The platform on Flow 94.9 FM, and many thanks to Madam, that's Chief Mrs. Love Ezema, FCIPM and MNI, the Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, for speaking to us this morning about your party. It's about party politics, and also we broke the news on the Imo State Supreme Court reversal, which has been asked by Emeka Hiedioha. But as it stands now, that has been shifted, adjourned till tomorrow. That judgment may be given. All right, many thanks to Basil Lokapo also for speaking to us this morning on the program, all the way from Abuja, reporting live. He's a correspondent of This Day newspaper. Madam, thank you very much for being part of the program this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, I appreciate.
Thank you. All right, we're done with the show. Many thanks to the producer of the program, Samson Eze. We will be back on Wednesday when we bring up another issue as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state, Abia State. The program returns on Wednesday, and also it comes up on Friday. My name is Michael Oni. Do enjoy the rest of your morning.
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business, high-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.